Richard, thanks for organizing this. As Marcia said, you're kind of getting a common theme here, but I think there are two takeaways that we want to be sure you all get. There's the cost point. The estimates, including from many left to center think tanks, about $13,000 increase per kid for a lot of middle class families is pretty amazing to behold. This is just a breathtakingly dumb construction of a program. Think of the most bureaucratic, antiseptic, built for secularized bureaucracy in Washington programs you can think of. The BBB comes along and says, hold my beer. We can do something a lot stupider than that. 53% of American families who use institutional childcare use religious childcare. There are a lot of problems in America. Joe Biden ran to tackle a whole bunch of problems. Religious daycare wasn't one of the problems that the American people were saying, dang it, top 10 list of American problems. Let's make sure we bankrupt all religious daycare. Just breathtakingly stupid. When I listen to Nebraska families, and again, there will be people across the political continuum from right to center left to left that will think the government should fund more or less of these things. I've never once heard a Nebraska family say, the thing I really want is to make sure that religious daycare is made bankrupt. Could you please send people to Washington and bankrupt religious daycare? And I'd be really surprised if the voters and citizens of Nevada or Arizona or West Virginia or New Hampshire said, you know what I want my senator to do? Go to DC and bankrupt religious daycare. Honestly, there's so much political news that's written for political news junkies in DC. Think about all the TikTok of who has indigestion and who talked to who yesterday and who Chuck Schumer called on his flip phone. There's all this process stuff about who might have, shown the entrails when they were, cleaning a deer, and they might have changed their view about how they might vote on something on Christmas Eve. But at a basic policy level, the vast majority of the American people aren't paying attention to the entrails of this bill. And hopefully it's up to you all to make sure they see into the underbelly of this bill, because I don't think there is any outcry in any of our states for Washington to, on Christmas Eve, come in and say, we'd like to take away your religious daycare, because this bill does that.